An Orange County high school student is in big trouble with the federal government for internet fraud, and the numbers involved here are staggering.
Got caught and lost everything. But there is one thing that made Cole Bartiromo different. A standout among the internet's most wanted. He was just a kid in high school.
A Mission Viejo teenager is in trouble with the law of millions of dollars. Federal regulators say Cole.
17-year-old Cole Bartiromo not only refused comment today, but when I approached him in his truck, he denied who he was. His friends say he appeared not to have a care in the world while he attended his morning senior classes at Tribuco Hills High School. At noon, he drove home, ignored everyone, oblivious to the fact that he is accused by the federal government $1 million from investors worldwide. He also plays high school baseball. No one would answer, including his parents, the questions, why only civil charges now and will criminal charges follow? Bartiromo was once featured on a program talking about sports memorabilia. Friends say he loved talking about how he made money doing that.
The mastermind who developed the site and allegedly scammed his investors out of millions is only 17 years old.
And amazingly, he's not even old enough to vote. Cole Bartiromo, seen here with his father Monday, is a 17-year-old high school student from Mission Viejo, California. The SEC says the teenager is the principal and controlling person. Bartiromo, seen here in an ESPN interview from last August, previously trafficked in Tiger Woods trading cards before the alleged web scam began. Investigators shut down the operation within weeks, but say that before they found him, Bartiromo had shipped $900,000 of what they call ill-gotten gains to an account at a casino in Costa Rica.
And if you're wondering how a 17-year-old can pull off $1 million fraud without help, so does the SEC.
Teen considered computer genius finds himself in hot water with the law. A teenager who is considered a computer genius is in big trouble with the law tonight.
It was completely fabricated, and it was just a complete setup to get me to go in that bank.
3 years ago, he had an investment website which made profits from gambling.
I made a mistake by saying that I could guarantee their returns. And I made a mistake by running it in the first place because I was an unlicensed broker.
Bartiromo returned $1.6 million in that civil case. The IRS now wants him to pay taxes on it. He sees it all as a government vendetta.
Bartiromo says officials have offered him a plea deal, but he's not ready to sign because he faces up to 4 years in prison. The trial is set to begin in March.
I'm in school, and I couldn't wait to get home and continue running this company. I felt like a CEO.
A Mission Viejo teenager is in trouble with the law after the Security and Exchange Commission accused him of defrauding people out of millions of dollars.
Suddenly, Cole found himself in hot water, but he was also in the news and loving every minute of it.
At first, I thought it was awesome. The teacher was coming up to me and asking for my autograph that first day on campus after the news broke.
And what kind of teacher was he?
An economics teacher.
He got lucky. First time out, the SEC let him go. But teenage Cole had tapped into something dark and exciting. He found he could make a lot of money breaking the rules, and he was good at it.
I had finally accomplished my goal of being a millionaire by the end of high school. I've been saying that since I was 14, that was my goal. It sounds ridiculous, but to me, I knew I could do it. No one ever taught me any of these things. One by one, they all came to me.
Case.
This was diabolical. How are they still free?
Cole Bartiromo runs a blog called NewsBall.com. Early on, he started following this case and was struck by Sheila's tweets.
One news blogger, Cole Bartiromo, was determined to get answers.
Nobody believed that Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy killed Skylar Neese because they didn't want to be friends with her. The fact that the whole town seemed to know who the killers were and that they were still roaming free. That was diabolical to me. We have a family member of Sheila Eddy's that has been a source for our stories for 8 months now. Our source confirmed that when Rachel confessed and then was released, she wore a wire to set Sheila up. 5 months of Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy hanging out and them being seen out and about in the town. Sheila going to prom when Rachel had confessed and no one understood what was going on. We exposed Sheila Eddy long before anyone else was willing to. Sheila and Rachel, we started looking deep into their social media, and there just seemed to be an excessive amount of sexually suggestive pictures and innuendos that there was something going on between Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy. I don't think justice has been served.
Cole, you started digging into this, and you were bothered by the fact that these girls were walking around and going about their normal lives, right?
Right. About a year ago, after Rachel had confessed, we received a tip on our website to look into this story. And the fact that they didn't want to be friends with Skylar and that's why they killed her was repulsive. And we went all out to uncover the truth.
You had an informant, correct?
Multiple.
Coming up next, our guest will be Cole Bartiromo, 18 years old. He's filed a $50 million civil rights lawsuit against his high school and the administrators there for barring him from the baseball team because of personal vendettas. Bartiromo is the kid that has paid more than $1 million to settle federal internet fraud complaints. We'll talk to him next.
The John and Ken Show. Chris Little has news next.